Hey everyone, I just thought I'd do another short garden update here. As you can see, I've been working away at the weeds. Our corn's doing not too bad. I haven't gotten to weeding that yet, but it usually doesn't mind a few anyway. The corn in the middle is starting to catch up to the rest of it. We've been feeding it with some compost tea and it's darker than it was, but we're going to start watering it tonight because the ground's really dry. I'm weeding. The ground's just like sand. And you got to go down close to 3 inches before it starts to get nice and dark. It's been a while since we've had any rain. Go figure, we went from flooding practically in the gardens for rain for weeks to really hot weather that just sucks the moisture right out. And it's been windy too, so that doesn't help. Anyway, this is the buttercup. No, sorry. This is the butternut squash. I weeded all this out this morning. It's doing pretty good over here. Starting to vine out. And then this is the empty area that we got to till up again. I left this so that the squashes could vine out. And then over here we've got the watermelons. And you can see they're flowering. You can see cucumber beetles inside those flowers. Rotten things. Anyway, they go down about halfway down here. And I weeded all these out this morning as well. They're going to get fed with compost tea tonight. And the cucumbers, which aren't doing too bad, but I killed a lot of cucumber beetles on them this morning. The next row is the green zucchini. I think it's the dark green. And it's not doing too bad. I'm just getting flower buds on them. And that's where this one ends. I lost a couple of the yellow crookneck squash in here. They don't know if they died from all the rain. That's the ones were in the middle of the garden were the hardest ones in here. So this one's not doing too bad. That one's pretty tiny, but it might pick up. These two are doing great. Same plants, all started in the greenhouse, all planted at the same time. You can see you got little squash in there starting. We'll be eating them soon, I think. And I got the tomatoes all weeded. I've just got one more row to tie up. If I get a chance, I'll do a video showing how I did that, as I'm really liking this method of tying up your tomatoes. So far, it's working really well for us. And in case I don't get a chance, it's just called the Florida Weave, and if you search on YouTube or on Google, you'll find some other videos and pictures on how to do it. But basically, you tie your string around your post and wrap it around. I do it about 6 to 8 times. You want it really strong. And then weave it down around this plant, and then around the next one, and then around the next one, then around the post, and then just keep going to the end. Then tie it off and start another one and work your way back the opposite way. And I do that about every 4 to 6 inches. And if I can find some plants here, I saw we have baby tomatoes. Here's some little tomatoes starting. These are some of the slicers. I can't remember which are which because a windstorm we had the week I planted these blew them all out of the ground. We had a real bad storm come through with lots of hail and stuff. But these are some of my plums. I know the first 3 or 4 rows, maybe a little more, were all plum tomatoes. My Heinz paste. And there's quite a few of them starting. So hopefully tomorrow or the day after we're going to take the tiller through the rows. But at least the hand weeding is mostly done. Not too bad. We really like this way that we made the rows wider this year. And by using the string and stake method, there's more room to get in to pick them and to weed them. When we were using the cages, they just weren't strong enough. They were always falling over, even if you added stakes to the cages. And they were always snagging on the tiller when you tried to get through, which would pull them over and damage the plants. So anyway, this is working really well. So we'll see how well this holds up when they're heavy with ripe tomatoes, and if it all goes well, we'll be sticking with this method. I I've also started working on this end of the garden today. And this first row of cabbages I weeded about a week ago. Just after I did the last video, I think. And it needs to be weeded again. You can see the weeds are coming back. And I got this one done today and half of the next one. So I got about 4 rows done today. Not too bad when it's so hot. The cabbages are doing not too bad. These are nice red ones. You can see how big the leaves are. But I have noticed some of them are getting eaten pretty bad. Now that they're uncovered, I'm going to get the BTK out here, or maybe some diatomaceous earth. They both work. I used both of them last year on the cabbage worms, and they both worked really well. So it depends how much time I have later. I also noticed lots of yellow jacket wasps hanging around here today, so they were hopefully harvesting some of those nasty caterpillars too. So after supper tonight, I got to finish weeding off this row. I got part of it done. I want to do this one and hopefully the next row. And then I got to start watering. The ground's really dry. You can see how yellow the grass is. It's not good. So hopefully we'll get some rain. It looks like it's going to rain. You can see the camera will pick it up. The sky's getting dark. But they're not saying any rain until next week, so. Kitty standing on the fence is not a good idea. This is what hubby's been up to. Been fixing the fence. We've got it done almost up to the end. Hopefully tomorrow I think he's going to try to fix it. Or try to finish it, I mean. We're starting to get lots of peas. We started feeding them with compost tea and they've really started kicking off. Lots of flowers. I've been picking some peas. These small ones are great for stir fries. And of course you let some of them get bigger for canning or freezing. We're hoping we'll be doing lots. Take care, everyone. Happy gardening.